Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host on this snowy afternoon here as February starts coming to. Can you believe we're almost 2 months through the year 2026? Just, I don't know. Is it me or just do the years go by faster and faster? I don't know. Oh, well, hey, maybe that's something we can chat about today because it is open conversation. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Boss Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All righty, couple things on my list here today. And again, it's my list. If you want to talk about what's on my list, that's great. If you don't, and you'd rather talk about something else, hey, that's fine. Great, just as much. You're still going to have to call me, 724-438-4593. The Winter Olympics came to an end yesterday with the closing ceremonies. The United States ended up with 33 total medals, 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze. That includes the gold medal that the men's hockey team won in a 2-1 overtime win over Canada yesterday. This complements the women's team also getting the gold. Afterwards, President Trump invited the men's hockey team to the State of the Union tomorrow night. Okay, that's fine, but you know what? There was a whole lot of... I hope he invites all the medal winners to the White House. Why not, huh? Why not? All righty, let's see here. Sheriff's deputies and Secret Service shot and killed 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin yesterday at Mar-a-Lago, the president's Florida home, after illegal entry onto the grounds. He was allegedly carrying a shotgun and a fuel can when told to, and I should say ordered, to put them down. He put the fuel can down but assumed a position of aiming the shotgun, at which point Secret Service and the deputy opened fire, killing him. So just... You gotta wonder. Let's see here. Also, Washington. President Trump has ordered War Secretary Pete Hegseth to release all government files on UFOs and extraterrestrials. So no timeline as to when that's going to be released, but it is in the works. Also, this past week, the Supreme Court ruled in 6-3 that the president erred when using the International Emergency Economic Powers Act as a reason for raising tariffs. Said he can. They just said he can't use this. He can't use that excuse for the purpose of raising tariffs. So the president followed up on Saturday by raising tariffs 15% universally across the board. So we can chat about that if you want. Let's see here. All right. Well, we really lucked out. Most people would feel that anyway. And we weren't expected really to get much from this snow bomb cyclone that is hitting the East Coast. In a lot of areas, it's been declared a blizzard. Anywhere from 1 foot to over 2 feet of snow has been dropped on the East Coast. At this point in time, 675,000 customers are without power. almost 11,000 airline cancellations today, including another 9,300 delays. For tomorrow, there is already 1,600 cancellations when it comes to airplane flights. So if you're planning on doing any flying out, and I know Pitt's not affected, but cancellations will and can affect what happens in Pitt. So check your itinerary, check the airline, see if your flight is still on. You got to love this. You really got to love this. Down in Washington right now, there's the big fight going on over proposed legislation that, if enacted, will require ID to vote. Picture ID to vote, or some other kind of government issue identification proving that you are who you say you are, and you are therefore legally allowed to vote in this country. Democrats want nothing to do with it. Say it's Jim Crow 2.0. It's going to prevent people from voting. Saying people can't get access to the documents they need. Well, Mayor Mom Donnie of New York City is requiring, if you wish to shovel snow, he's requiring that you have ID. You have to be a New York resident to shovel snow. I assume what he's referring to is going door to door and saying, hey, for $20, I'll shovel your sidewalk. You can only do that if you've got proper ID. Wow. Okay, so you don't need ID to vote in a national election that will choose our national leaders, our president, our members of the Senate, our members of Congress. You don't need an ID for that, but you do to shovel snow. You can't make this stuff up. It's true. All righty. What else here? All right. Also, if you're a sports fan, most likely you know that former Pirate great Bill Mazeroski passed away this weekend. On the heels of that, another former Pirate great, and who a lot of people feel was the greatest ball player of all time, Honus Wagner. Well, another one of his baseball cards, which are rare to begin with, was discovered recently and sold at auction for $5,124,000. It was graded a Class 1 baseball card. It makes it the third highest baseball card ever sold. The other two, also Honus Wagner cards. Number 2 came in at $6.606 million, and number 1 expensive baseball card, Honus Wagner, $7.25 million. So those were rated a Class 2 and 3, by the way. I imagine their price just went up. Their price just went up. So I guess you could consider that an investment, couldn't you? Anyway, there you go. That's pretty much what's on my list. But the Olympics are over. We have to wait 4 more years for the next Winter Olympics, 2 years for the next Summer Olympic. That'll be in July of 2028 out in Los Angeles. By the way, you can go on the Olympic website and you can put in for tickets now to the events at the LA Olympics, or put in your wish list. I guess. I don't think they're actually awarding tickets yet, but you can put in your wish list and get on the overall list for the individual tickets for the 2028 Olympics, if that's something you're interested in. And actually, I've talked to a number of people recently that have done that. So they're making plans already to head out to L.A. in 2 years. So that's pretty much what's on my list. What do you want to chat about? Give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. That is the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. I was glad to hear TJ talk about Pirate Baseball spring training and how that they are 3-0 in Grapefruit League play, which reminds me of an idea that Nick and I came up with a couple years ago that the overall winner of the Grapefruit League spring training games should get an automatic pass into the playoffs. Just an idea Nick and I came up with. So, hey, the Pirates stay on this streak. If they were by chance to, have the best record in Grapefruit League baseball this year, if Major League Baseball adopted Nick's and my idea, the Pirates would be in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to do that. Maybe they just haven't been presented with the idea yet. So that's it. I think I'm going to get together with Nick, and we're going to compose a letter, and we're going to send it off to Major League Baseball and see what they think about it, about the idea. Why not? They keep changing the rules anyway. So, they made the bases bigger. They put in pinch runners and extra innings to start off at, so why not go that way? It would help give an extra boost to those perennial losing teams, like the Pirates. All right, 724-438-4593. So I mentioned that, we're missing the big snowstorm out east. Do you wish we were getting it anyway? I mean, 2 feet of snow. I can't remember the last time we saw 2 feet of snow. It's so rare. In my lifetime anyway, in my mind, it's so rare to see 2 feet of snow over a 24 to 48 hour period. Wouldn't you like to be in part of that right now? Just to say, yeah, I know you're going to do a lot of complaining and moaning and throw in some other words there when it comes time to cleaning, but take that out of the equation. Wouldn't you like to be involved in a 2-foot snowfall? I would. I think it'd be a blast. So give me a call about that too, would you please? 724-438-4593. We are, we're getting close enough here. We're just going to go ahead and take our first break of the afternoon. Both lines are open, no waiting. So give me a buzz on that WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Say it with me here, 724-438-4593, and we'll start a conversation right after this.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States is right here in Fayette County. Don't miss your chance to tour Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Falling Water invites you to Fayette County Appreciation Day on Sunday, March 22nd, as they offer free tours for all Fayette County residents. Book your free tour of Falling Water in advance by calling 724-329-8501. Tours will take place between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Sunday, March 22nd. Be sure to make your reservation in advance and don't miss your chance to tour Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture located right here in Fayette County. Call 724 329-8501 and book your free tour today.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlow Tavern and Grill.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale. All study-related care will be provided at no cost and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier 5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open still, so give me a buzz. No waiting. 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. So I don't know if you saw this one. Kind of local news last week. If memory serves, a student at Peters Township High School has been arrested and is looking at so many counts of arrest that I can't even begin to count. All has to do with sexting and sexploitation. This student accused of getting younger students to send naked pictures of themselves, at which point this student passed them on. So being accused of child pornography and other sex crimes. 17, 18 years old doing this. I don't understand. I don't. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir, Mark. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. Since you got nobody calling, I figured I'd call up and fill up the airwaves.
All righty, sounds good.
Yeah. See, I was watching 60 Minutes yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a nice little program on about the SNAP benefits. They went down to, I guess, Mingo County down in West Virginia.
Okay.
It sounds familiar. It was a coal mining county.
I think Mingo, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mingo was like the first place to back in the 60s. Was
they got
of stamp benefits or other.
Yeah, food stamps. Yeah, they were the first down there. One time the county had a population over 100,000, and they were like they produced more coal than any other county in America at one time.
Okay.
And so I guess just everybody must have been involved in it. Today they've only down to 17,000 people, and it's still pretty bad down there. But there was interviewing people, and you saw them, and the food pantries and whatnot. But I noticed something. Everybody's 40, 50, 60 pounds overweight.
Wow.
I don't think anybody was starving down there. But I just thought that was a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's fitting the picture.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So I wonder, Mark. So new regulations have gone into effect, or going to, as to what you can and cannot buy with your stamp program, and in that is junk food and cola, which a lot of people contributes to the obesity problem in this country.
Right.
So I wonder if your observations will become not as apparent once that takes place.
I get.
Yeah.
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 And they did show. The water supply too. And I can't believe what I saw, because this is public water. Somebody turned the taps on. It looked like coffee was coming out of it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Well, one wasn't so bad. One looked like tea, Lipton tea.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm just shocked at the water supply. And there were some people now. They were getting their water from the stream. It was like a mine, or they said the water was coming out of this closed mine. I guess it wasn't sulfur. It looked clean, but they were getting their water from out of a mine.
Yeah.
But that really kind of shocked me about the water. Everybody has clean water.
Now, was it actual public water, or was it coming out of wells?
Oh, gee I thought the way they put it sounded to me like public water.
Okay.
That's what this way. That's
kind of scary.
Yeah.
Right there. If public water, sounds like some treatment system's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to point out.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an interesting story, and they did say, they asked first, if it's so bad here, and this has to do with Appalachia overall, Russ. I guess there was a program started back in the '60s about fighting poverty in Appalachia. A lot of the people just don't want to move. It seems like, go where the jobs are. Sometimes you have to leave. I remember back in the early days, we had the collapse of the steel industry. Hey, people left Pennsylvania. They went to Texas. They went to Florida. They went to Alabama. Everybody went someplace else.
Yeah. Well, it's the. I think a lot of it there, Mark, is fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a Southwest, West Virginia draw. I guess you know where this person comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay, Russ. That's all I got for today.
All right, Mark. Well, I appreciate the phone call. You have a great day.
All right.
Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, Fred.
How am I coming in?
Yeah, lousy.
Is it bad, huh?
Yeah. It always is, Fred.
Can you stand it?
Right now, but not much longer.
Okay. What I don't understand is, with all the advisors and the lawyers that President Trump has, how come he didn't know that these tariffs he imposed on these countries were illegal?
Well, for one thing, he's got advisors that they interpret the law one way, And you'll notice that 3 Supreme Court justices agreed with him on that interpretation. So, there you go.
So, the final thing is, they said it was illegal.
Well,
that was a ruling, right?
They said that he was not allowed to invoke tariffs under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. They didn't say he couldn't impose tariffs. They just said he could not use it under that provision.
They said that the tariffs that he imposed were illegal.
And Fred, did you hear what I said?
Yes.
He imposed those tariffs after he declared a national emergency. He declared it under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The Supreme Court said that act does not permit him to enact tariffs. Doesn't say he can't enact tariffs. He just can't use that act as the reason for imposing tariffs.
Okay, the acts that he used were illegal. Why did he use them if he knew they were illegal?
He didn't know they were illegal. He didn't
know. Don't he have lawyers?
He had lawyers.
Well,
Fred, you know what? The reason we have courts is because a law can be interpreted different ways. And so he had his lawyers interpreted the reading of that law and other surrounding laws that said, yes, you can use it in this way, Mr. President. It's legal. There were those that said, no, it's not it's illegal. You can't do that. That's why it went to court. So in this case, the Supreme Court said the Powers Act is not illegal. Him declaring a national emergency is not illegal. He just can't invoke tariffs, enact tariffs under that act. He can't use that act as a reason to impose tariffs.
Why did he do that?
Fred, are you listening at all, my friend?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
He had lawyers he had lawyers a year ago before the Supreme Court came out with their ruling. So lawyers a year ago said he could do it. He was following his lawyer's advice.
Okay. So the Supreme Court was wrong.
I'm not saying the Supreme Court was wrong or not. That's how the Supreme Court ruled it. 6-3 against him raising tariffs in that manner.
Well, the Supreme Court was right then.
I'm just saying that's how they ruled.
Right. They were right.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that he knew from the beginning that he wasn't allowed to. He had the advice from his lawyers. You know, what if, Fred, what if, you go to your lawyers and you say, you know what, I want to go ahead and under whatever reason, I want to sue my neighbor for whatever reason. And your lawyer says, yeah, we can do that. Under this statute, this gives you permission to sue your neighbor. Well, your neighbor's not going to like that. So he's going to go get his lawyer, and his lawyer's going to say, oh, no, they can't do this. There's no law that says that Fred can sue you. So we're going to fight this in court. Well, that's exactly what happened in this case.
Okay.
All right?
That's all.
All right.
Bye.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Well, I finally figured it out.
Yes.
Fred has had a mashup with the cuckoo clock. That's why we get the bird sounds,
Uh-huh.
I think Fred's had a mashup with the cuckoo clock, and I'm wondering if the tariffs on Switzerland, might apply to cuckoo clocks. Maybe Fred should issue a disclaimer, when he talks about international law like this. I don't know why he wouldn't understand this. This happens all the time. It's not a clear case like you go out and break a law, say you or I would go out and rob a store with a gun. That would be a clear violation of a statute. When you're talking about different branches of the government who have legal powers to make laws and regulations, the validity of that is decided in the courts.
Mm-hmm.
And this was an executive decision made by President Trump. Not so long ago, the courts were trying to decide about, I guess you'd call them guidelines that were set by the branches of the government in regulations. You know, where a law is written, say, that would regulate the purity of water, and then a particular agency, say the DEP, would issue guidelines along those lines, and then they'd be taken to court, and the courts decide this.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is simply the way our system works, because the courts don't always rule unanimously. And when President Trump did that, he thought that, given his advice, he was in, you know, the parameters of that particular law.
Right.
Now, he's found other laws that allow him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's currently being used to reinstate the tariffs is only good for 150 days. It's an Emergency Powers Act. But the question will later be decided, because he'll do it to executive order. He's already said he'd do that. And the big question is it the right of the president to do that, or the power of the president to do that, or is it the right of Congress to issue tariffs? So it wasn't like law breaking, you know, that you break a statute that's pretty clear. This is between regulatory agencies. So, at any rate, I don't know why Fred doesn't understand that. Maybe when he goes and gets his cuckoo clock repaired, we'll figure it out, and you won't have all those bird whistles and tweets, you know, on your show. But
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a simple comment. That's all I really had to say. But you know, I've had my little bit of comic relief for today.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
I think.
so I hope that gets us through the weather.
Yeah. It's, you know what? I walked over to the studio today. It's a nice day outside.
It's not as bad as it could be. The last 2-footer I remember was it was January 25th of 2016.
Okay.
And I measured 27 inches out front. It may have drifted a little deeper, but two good friends had heart attacks and died shoveling that.
Oh, no good.
One of my high school classmates, in fact. And it took me 3 days. I shoveled my walk and the neighbors, but I had to shovel from the back out because the front was where the snow blew and drifted, and it took me 3 days to shovel me and the neighbors out. And I hope I didn't have a heart attack. But
well, I'm gonna guess you didn't, since you're here talking with us.
Well, I could have had a minor one.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I mean, people do have those and don't even know it.
Right.
So. But yeah, that was January 25th. It fell overnight. I think the 24th and 25th of 2016. That's the last biggie that all came at once that I remember.
All right. Okay.
No.
All right.
All righty.
Okay, Franklin.
Have a good one, Russ.
Thank you, Franklin. Appreciate the call. Bye-bye.
Very good. Bye-bye.
All right, both lines are open now, 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Both lines are open, so no waiting. What else you want to chat about? We can talk some more about tariffs if you want. Snowfalls, if you wish. So there's, you know what, the sky's the limit as far as what you and I can chat about. So give me a buzz. And you know what? Dial up 724-438-4593. And while you do that, I'm going to take a quick little break. So we'll be right back after this.
Is that a bird I hear? I think it's almost spring. We have to get the junk out of the garage. I need a shed. But a cool shed, yeah. Maybe a she shed or an office shed.
I know just the place where you can find the perfect shed. It's Ultimate Structures on Route 51 in Perry Township.
Well, I need to see them for myself. I don't want to go downtown to the home show.
See large and small sheds, office sheds, animal shelters, recreational cabins, garages. It's unbelievable. Right in Bell Vernon. Visit the Mega Lot at Ultimate Structures. There's no need to run to Pittsburgh. Order right now and you'll get our 12% spring discount on all new shed orders.
I'm Googling Ultimate Structures Bell Vernon. Okay, they're just outside Perryopolis. There's a website and a Facebook page, plus that 12% discount right now.
Ultimate Structures is the only independent dealer representing JDM Structures in Pennsylvania. Stop in. We design what you desire.
Hey, who's hiding the gold? Ah, I see. It's the Pennsylvania Lottery with their new Find the Leprechaun scratch-off game. You don't need a 4-leaf clover to win. Just a little scratch and a lot of luck. And you could uncover top prizes of $10,000. Now, through March 9th, just be the sixth caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
Always off to be Lucky Charms.
And you'll win $22 Find the Leprechaun tickets. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
We have your gifts to celebrate love, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, or all the above. Things that go bling, earring pendants and rings, all types of handbags, crossbodies, concealed carry, and slings, Western Southwest, boots, hats, and more, silver Zapata jewelry, fun fashion turquoise, it's a staple in our store. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the rear of the State Farm Building, 724-557-6184. We value your shopping experience here with us at Strap, so come on in, sit a spell, enjoy a refreshment, and a bag of peanuts. Strap, 724-557-6184. We're open Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Convenient street parking right in front of our shop. You're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices. Shop small, shop Strap.
Are delinquent credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans stressing you out? Are you unable to catch up? Are the debt collection calls just too much? If yes, then call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Zebley Law provides free in-person consultations. Then, using our decades of experience, we recommend a plan for relief. Before hiring a debt relief company or an out-of-town bankruptcy firm, call the local law firm serving Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties since 2001. Call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Welcome back to What's On. We've got about, 6 minutes to go in today's first hour of What's On Your Mind. So plenty of time for you to give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. What else you want to chat about here? I'm just kind of paging through some social media here, trying to find out, what you might want to chat about. So, you know, Nancy Guthrie, we've entered, week 4 of her disappearance. And apparently, investigators, police, are starting to scale back on their investigation. That they're not getting any new leads, not making any headway. So they're starting to scale back. I don't know if, I'm sure they're still investigating, but what they mean by scaling back, I don't know whether it's they're, reassigning personnel to other duties, going back to, Washington or headquarters or wherever it may be, but having less people out on the street beating the bushes, so to speak, trying to find Nancy Guthrie. I don't know. I honestly, it's got to be extremely hard on the Guthrie family. Yes, I'm sure they're still hoping, still saying, their mom's alive. They want to bring her home. But at what point in time does that seed of doubt get planted and start growing? It's been what, 4 weeks, close to it. I've lost the timeline now. It's been so long. I think we actually might be in the 5th week at this point in time. So your thoughts there? I mean, do you give up hope? Do you let that seed of doubt just grow to the point where you resign yourself to the fact that this is not going to end well? And I feel for the family. Okay, if the outcome is not going to be what you want it to be, don't you still want to know what happened? I would. I would. So, but your thoughts on Nancy Guthrie's disappearance? One of the things that was a theory that was brought up, but they, publicly have discounted it anyway, was that she was taken over the border into Mexico. Mexican authorities have been involved somewhat, I guess, or at least made aware of the situation. How much they're working on the other side of the border, I have no idea. But spokespeople will say, yeah, they've discounted that possibility. Well, why? If you've discounted that possibility, why? What evidence leads you to make that statement? So, but yeah, Nancy Guthrie, this is going to end up being one of those big mysteries, I hope not, but will it be? I mean, is this going to end up being, like, where's Jimmy Hoffa? Is that how this is going to end up? I certainly hope not. So, I don't know. What do you think? Give me a call on that. 724-438-4593. So, there's that. Excuse me. I guess schools were canceled today. Why? I don't, why? I don't know what happened. I don't know how much snow the mountains got, quite frankly. And I know that what happens in the mountains so often determines what happens with the Uniontown School District. And maybe to some extent Laurel Highlands as well. But Albert Gallatin, they were canceled today. Why? I don't know. So, and how much of an inconvenience is that for you, the parents, when school is canceled like this? My kids have been out long enough that I don't remember. It really never bothered me because I was flexible enough in my schedule that I could always stay home if need be. So, but for those that work, both parents work out of the house, how much of an inconvenience is this for you? So we can hold that over till the next hour, because right now we've got CBS News. They're creeping up on us. They're going to bring you the news from around the world, around the country. And then TJ will be back in here with the local news, sports, and weather. When that's all said and done, I'll sit back down in this chair for another hour of open conversation on what's on your mind. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. This is WMBS, 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Nick Reiner in a Los Angeles courtroom has pleaded not guilty in the killing of his parents, Rob and Michelle, last December. CBS's Carter Evans was there and says Reiner was not behind a partition this time.
His hair was shaved pretty tightly. He was wearing a prison jumpsuit. It looked to me like he might be wearing handcuffs, but I was sitting at a different angle. The judge entered that not guilty plea for him, but I did find something interesting. He did say one word, and it was basically yes, but it was a resounding yes. The judge was setting a next hearing date for April 29th, which would jeopardize his right to a speedy trial, and she looked directly at him and asked if he understood that and if he was okay with it. And he looked back at her and calmly said yes.
Blizzard-like conditions in the Northeast. Almost 2 feet of snow has fallen from portions of Ocean City, Maryland, up to Boston. CBS's Lilia Luciano is on Long Island, New York.
What is happening is a lot of wind. There were wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour. The wind howling. Everything is covered in snow. This area is not used to seeing this much snow. The last time that snow got to 2 feet was back in 2013.
This traveler at Newark Liberty Airport says she and her husband have been canceled and rebooked 5 times.
Our flight today got canceled, and they said there's no options. The earliest we can get you out now is Friday.
There are over 7,700 canceled and delayed flights in the U.S., according to FlightAware. Overseas, another arrest connected to the Epstein files.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. Scotland Yard has just said that Peter Mandelson, former ambassador to the U.S., has been arrested in a misconduct probe stemming from his ties with Jeffrey Epstein. British police don't name suspects, but the suspect had previously been identified as Mandelson, one of Britain's best-connected political operatives. Like Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, emails in the Epstein files suggest he shared confidential government information.
Tomorrow night, President Trump will deliver the State of the Union address, but as CBS's Stacey Lynn reports,
there's a growing list of House and Senate Democrats who have indicated they will not attend. That includes Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and according to her people, the Congresswoman does not plan to attend any of the counter events either.
On the request of President Trump and 2 of his former co-defendants, U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon permanently blocks the Justice Department from releasing the portion of former special counsel Jack Smith's report that details his investigation into President Trump's alleged mishandling of sensitive government documents and alleged obstruction of the federal probe. Stocks are down on Wall Street. The Dow has fallen 753 points. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then
you can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
For personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org.
Or serving number 3,940.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
Donna
this summer's MacArthur Park is getting lots of play after Alyssa Liu skated to it during her gold medal performance at the Olympics last Thursday. Forbes says Spotify streams for the original have jumped almost 1,300%. It's also broken the top 10 on iTunes. Japan's Monet Chiba, who finished fourth, has boosted summer's numbers by skating to another song. Last Dance has seen a 117% rise in streams. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
After her donation, First Lady Melania Trump says it's incredible to see the gown she wore to the 2025 inaugural balls on display at the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of American History. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon, 205, cloudy and 31 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather following the news. A man was killed in a house fire in Washington County this morning. It happened on Smith Street in Fallowfield Township around 8:30 a.m. The Washington County coroner identified the victim as 66-year-old George Milliken. He was taken to a hospital from the scene where he was pronounced dead shortly after. The state police fire marshal is investigating. Gas prices across Pennsylvania remain higher than the national average this week. AAA says the average cost per gallon in the state is currently $3.13. The national average has risen to $2.93 a gallon. Social Security's main trust fund could be depleted a year earlier than expected. That's according to a projection from the Congressional Budget Office released earlier this month. The CBO says that the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, one of the two funds Social Security taps to disperse benefits, will be exhausted in 2032. The agency, which provides budgetary analysis to Congress, estimated last year that the trust fund would run dry in 2033. Although the Social Security Administration wouldn't stop administering benefits if the trust fund reserves are depleted, the agency could be forced to trim the amount it pays to beneficiaries. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say the U.S. has officially logged 982 measles cases in 2026. Here's more from Lisa Carton.
So far this year, 26 states have reported cases. Large outbreaks continue to grow in Utah, Arizona, and South Carolina. The CDC said more than 1 in 10 measles cases in 2025 resulted in hospitalization. Most of those were seen in children and teenagers. I'm Lisa Carton.
WMBS Times 207, sports and weather right after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, spring training baseball down in Bradenton today. The Pirates trail the Yankees 4-1. In the bottom of the third inning, Pirates are off to a 3-0 start in spring ball. Tonight will be a C. Harper Auto Group High School sports night on WMBS. Girls 1A semifinal action. Geibel will play Aquinas Academy. That game will be at Norwin High School. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregames at 5:15 with tip-off at 6. We'll have it on the radio as well as audio on our WMBS Facebook page. And following high school basketball, we'll go to college basketball as Louisville will be at North Carolina. ACC battle there. We'll join it in progress following the high school game. And the Penguins, they'll be back in action Thursday night. They'll host the New Jersey Devils at PPG Paints Arena. We'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame will be at 6 with face-off at 7. Pens are 29, 15, and 12 at the Olympic break.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Cloudy, few snow showers or flurries the rest of the afternoon. 32 for the high. Winter weather advisory remains in effect until 1 tomorrow morning. Few snow showers or flurries tonight, otherwise just cloudy and 20. And a mix of clouds and sun for tomorrow. The high will be 32. Right now, cloudy and 31 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Monday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Coming up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more. Because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Take the fact book. Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact. Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact. Your community, your connection.
Having Hicks & Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks & Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks & Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks & Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation this hour. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Gary's Auto Sales is one of our sponsors. So is Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, and K2 Engineering. All right, just to kind of go over my list of possible topics. Again, we don't have to go along with this. We can always chat with something else that you bring to the table. Either way, you're still going to have to call me. So the Supreme Court last week ruled 6-3 against the Trump White House over tariffs, saying that the tariffs that the president invoked under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, well, he's not allowed to do that. Didn't say tariffs were illegal, say he couldn't invoke tariffs. He just couldn't use that as the excuse to raise the tariffs. So the president turned around and just rose everything 15% under another emergency act. That's good for 150 days. After that, if he wants to do it, well, I guess he says he's going to do it by executive order, or he would have to go to Congress. So that's where that stands. There was an invasion at Mar-a-Lago, the president's home in Florida, over the weekend. 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin apparently went through a gate that had been open for a car to leave, and while it was still open, he snuck in. Allegedly had a shotgun and a fuel can with him. He was confronted by Secret Service and a sheriff's deputy. When told to drop what he was carrying, he put down the fuel can and then, posed as if he was going to shoot. That's when authorities opened fire, killing the 21-year-old. So a lot of questions on that. Family says they have no idea why he would do such a thing. Just so quiet, supposedly hated guns, didn't know how to use one. He says the family was all pro-Trump. Why Austin Tucker Martin did what he did, we may never know. The Winter Olympics have come to an end. The United States finished with 33 medals in total, 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze. It came to fruition after the men's hockey team in overtime yesterday defeated Canada 2-1 in overtime to win the gold medal. Pair of golds there in hockey because the USA women's team also won gold. So congratulations to everybody that participated in the Olympics. I don't care what country you represented. Congratulations for that. Let's see here. President Trump has ordered Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to release all files concerning UFOs and extraterrestrials. So no timeline on that. So we're going to find out what the government thinks it knows or thinks it doesn't know concerning UFOs. So kind of looking forward to hearing that. What's your thoughts, though? Do UFOs exist? Do extraterrestrials exist? Does Area 51 hold the remains of extraterrestrials from the crash of their UFO? So all of those things are floating out there. What do you think? Let me know what you think on that. Bill Mazeroski, pirate great, passed away over the weekend. Of course, best known for his Game 7 ninth inning home run to win the 1960 World Series over the New York Yankees. I don't know if he was ever asked if that's what if he was okay with being known for that, or would he have rather been known for something else? I don't, his play at, in the field. I don't know. What do you think on that? Another great Hannes Wagner, a baseball card of his, or a baseball card that has his likeness on it, sold at auction for $5.124 million, becoming the third highest sold card ever. Cards 1 and 2 are also Hannes Wagner cards at over $6.6 million and $7.25 million. So there you go. The snowstorm, the bomb cyclone, has hit the East Coast. Well, I should say the northeast coast, really. Delaware and north. So anywhere from a foot to over 2 feet of snow has been dumped so far. 675,000 customers are without power. Close to 11,000 airline cancellations, as probably more at this point in time. Already 1,600 cancellations for tomorrow. There's also been about 10,000 delays today on airline flights. So if you're traveling in the next day or two, you might want to check with your airlines to see if your flight is still on schedule. So just a little bit of advice there. Take it or not, I don't care. I brought this up the first hour, and wow, it just, Mayor Mamdani of New York City, they're getting blasted with this snow. The mayor's still getting a lot of grief for the snowfall from the other week hasn't been cleared off the streets yet. So they're getting hit with another one, and he's telling that, if you want to shovel snow, you better have your ID on you. You're going to have to be a New Yorker in order to shovel snow. And if you don't have ID, well, I guess you're going to get fined for shoveling snow because, you're taking away jobs from New Yorkers. I don't know. But here's a person that thinks we don't need voter ID, but we need snow shovel ID. So, I you know what? I don't know how that works for the 12-year-old. And the 12-year-old and his friends that get together with snow shovels and go up and down the street, knocking on doors and say, hey, would you like your sidewalk shoveled? For $20, I'll shovel your steps and your sidewalks. I don't know of many 12-year-olds that have ID like that. I don't know. Just fractures me. Yeah. Don't need ID to vote, but you sure as heck better have it to shovel snow. All right. So those are my topics that we can chat about. If there's something else you want to talk about, by all means, give me a buzz. I'd love to hear from you. 724-438-4593. Something else, I was reading about this on the break. This is so many questions. So, Michelle Hunley Smith, 24 years ago, she went Christmas shopping, and her husband reported that she never returned. And so she was never found. In 24 years, she was never found. Her car was never found until just a few days ago, where police got a tip and they followed up on it. And sure enough, Michelle Hunley Smith is alive, still living in North Carolina, another place. But she has asked authorities, yeah, I'm alive. I'm doing great. Please don't tell anybody where I live. I don't want them to know. So the question remains, we don't know. Why did she leave in the first place? So Okay, if her husband beat her, I don't know. I'm just ideas, speculations. I have no idea whether that's the case or not. Okay, I can understand. She just wanted to disappear. She wanted to get away from a bad situation. But I don't know if her parents were still alive. She was 34 when she disappeared. I'm sorry, 38 when she disappeared. I don't know if she had kids. How do you walk away? I understand walk away from your husband. He's a bad person. You want to get away. I don't know if that's, but I can understand if that was the case. But to leave your rest of your family behind, don't know if there's children, but to leave your kids behind like that, I don't know if her parents were still alive, to leave her parents behind, for them to question what happened to their daughter, other relatives, wondering what happened to their cousin, their niece, their nephew. And now that she's been found, to just, I'm alive and leave it at that, to still have just so many questions. What are your thoughts on all of that? I mean, what's your hypothesis as to what went on? 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. It's Mark from Colorado.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, it's funny. I listen to a lot of the New York radio stations, and the announcers refer to Zoram and Dottie as Zoram and Dummy. And they make jokes about him constantly. Like, he won't come on their station to be interviewed. And he does talk to Donald Trump a lot. Donald Trump talks to this radio station. It's hilarious.
Okay.
And anyway, Sid Rosenberg, but he's that Italian guy, or he's Jewish, and he gets sprayed with. They make a funny commercial about him going to a suntan. He don't go there a light. He gets sprayed with.
So
anyway,
what else you call about, Mark?
I was back in the year about. I'll have to say, we're going to say 1983. We were coming from Pleasant Hills. Me, my two sisters, we were in two cars. My sister's husband, older sister's husband, my younger sister wasn't married yet. She's 1 year, 3 years, 4 years younger than me. Anyway, we're getting towards the hill that goes down to Elizabeth Bridge. And we saw this huge, looked like a Zeppelin, like, the Goodyear blimp.
Yeah.
But it was brown. There was sparks coming out of the back of it. And we're like, what the heck? And you could see police cars down below. It was like right above the river, like past the river down towards like Kramer Brothers. They had a boat place. He used to get boat motor parts down there. And anyway, there's a frosty cone down that way. You could see this thing just slowly going down, hovering about, I'd say 250 yards up real slowly, and then drifted up and then disappear all of a sudden. We just couldn't believe our eyes. And like my sister Maureen, she was an artist, and she drew an exact picture of this thing. I took it to work and hung it up on a bulletin board because you know what, they're all smoking that like. And I'm telling you, this is for real. And there had been many other. I've heard different. They have a Dr. Sky on that station out in New York. He lives in Arizona. And anyway, it's been there's a lot of shape. Square following that river all the way past Clareton up to Braddock. It's been cited many, many years, and it's somewhere near where that aircraft went down. Anyway, what was I getting at? There was another piece that slipped my mind. I'm getting senile. But basically, that's Kicksburg. We were going to go up there. I told my wife, I said, "This is not go up this time of year. We're going to go up there about 3 weeks ago." After that first thaw out, after that first big storm. And so we're going to yet go up there they have an annual thing. I saw online they have this big mushroom, looks like a bell. It looked like it was painted yellow. And that happened, I think, 1952 or 48 or something like that. But I mean,
So in other words, what you're saying is you believe in UFOs.
Oh, most definitely.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I saw it, and like I've also seen. If you look in summertime on a clear, right before dark, about 20 minutes or like 8:30, you can see the satellite going around the Earth. It'll go across the sky from the west going east and disappearing all within like about a minute. It's traveling out 12,000 mile an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen the space station. It moves quickly.
No, this might have been this was satellite. This was satellite at that time. This would have been 1988. I looked up. My friend that worked with me told me exactly what time to look up and where to look, and I did. I saw it. It was silver, and it was like, wow. And you could see it with the naked eye, plain as day. But it's very interesting, and you know, the guy was on the radio station last night from New York, and he was talking about these aliens and how, you know, they've come down and did different things. And there was another guy that called in, Dr. Sky, about seeing a cigar-shaped thing, and he saw windows and girls were in there waving. And this thing all of a sudden just disappeared. And he said it was about 200 feet up in the air. So it just, we're going to find out, and Donald Trump's releasing this. That's great, because, yeah, whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be harming us. Maybe they're learning, or they need materials or water. I don't know. But it is. Okay.
Okay. All right, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call.
Have a good snowstorm.
Yep.
Bye.
All right, 724-438-4593. Do UFOs exist? Give me a buzz right after this.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Look and you'll see there's a whole new Ford for you and me. It's time.
February is Auto Show time at Thurby's Riverside Ford. That means special financing and Auto Show bonus cash on new Ford SUVs and trucks. Have you been thinking about a new 2025 Ford F-150 four-wheel drive XLT? Take advantage of 3.9% for 72 months plus $2,000 in Auto Show bonus cash during the Auto Show month. Now that's an Auto Show deal.
How about this? All new 2026 Ford Escapes come with $2,500 in Ford factory rebates. And the showstopper, the 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend and Outer Banks with 2 2.9% financing, and $2,000 in Ford factory rebates during Auto Show Month. We have the inventory in stock and on the way.
Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential award-winning dealer, located on Route 40, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. See Joey, Jimmy, Sammy, or Ashley. Offer ends March 2nd, 2026.
Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Your local station, WMBS.
Welcome back to hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. It is open conversation, 724-438-4593. Let's grab another phone call. Hello, welcome to the show.
Russ, how are you this afternoon?
Good, James, you?
Good. Hey, I think I should have made a bet with you on the tariff deal, because I know I always thought it was illegal, and it is, and I think we were both saying, well, we'll see, but I think I should have got you into a steak dinner on that one, because you didn't bite, though. You kind of think you had some inkling yourself. But, yeah, the tariffs are illegal. Thank goodness the Supreme Court...
let me point out what I said to Fred. The tariffs themselves are not illegal.
Well, the Supreme Court has voted against them.
No, they did not vote against the tariffs, James. What they voted against was the president using the Emergency Economic Powers Act to invoke the tariffs. That part was illegal.
Rand Paul and other congressmen has stated this months ago that they were illegal, that it all has to go through Congress for this to be done.
And so tariffs are still legal. They're just
he cannot impose the tariffs he had, no.
Not under the way that he did it, no.
That was illegal, the way that he did it.
But the tariffs themselves are not illegal. He just couldn't impose them in the way that he did. And so therefore, he wasn't allowed. There's a difference between illegal and being allowed. He was not allowed to impose tariffs under the Economic Powers Act.
Now,
the Powers Act does not allow him to do that.
Well, I'm glad that there are people that in the Supreme Court, doesn't matter their backgrounds, that stood up and said that this cannot be done. There's also a group getting together, D's and R's, that are saying, one person cannot decide if, when, and where we go to war and against who. And then there's others, D's and R's, that have gotten together and said, listen, decades and decades and decades of human trafficking, sex trafficking, and rape and torture of girls it shouldn't be tolerated either. We have this going on, which is good. This is something that people can stand up and stand out against. President Trump, and we've talked about this before, President Trump in his history was not a Republican. He was a Democrat. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was a Democrat until it kind of became in his favor to become a Republican. And why I'm saying that is you have candidates that are running here locally with Melanie Patterson and Harry Cochran, who were Democrats, who changed and became Republican after a period of time. And it's nothing that they looked at it and said, well, because of this movement or we don't agree with this. No, they did this to benefit their pocketbook. They did this to basically, the Republican Party was more physically aware of things, less taxes, incentives to business. That's why they became Republicans. But 50% of them, I believe, are still more non-conservative. And I don't believe any of these people that are running, Doherty, Custer, I don't believe any of these are true conservatives. These are people that have kind of aligned themselves with people who were more left, and I have a hard time believing they're conservatives. But yet they're going in saying they're Republican and trying to say that, they're a part of the Republican Party. You have John Marietta, who's been tied to T.J. Cosin. Cosin has been tied to the Libertarian Party. He's actually had dealings with Angela McArdle, who is in trouble with the Libertarian Party. And you got to look at what that is. These people are not conservatives. And what you constantly hear from them, Russ, is all the things that they're going to do, but they're constantly tearing down Fayette County and tearing down. I don't see how these people would work with anybody, because I kind of ask the question, what have they ever built? They constantly talk about tearing down things and running people down. But there's programs that have gone on in Fayette County to help the county, build up the county, build bridges. But these people are constantly putting up walls instead of tearing walls down. And the Republican Party has been very good at validating them. They still validate them. What I'm looking at with the Democratic Party in Fayette County is they don't have the numbers, but I don't see the infighting. And I don't see the Democrats having this huge division. They might not have the numbers, but I'm seeing them kind of come together and gain a little bit of traction. And when you look to the right, you see the Republicans still validating this mega madness, and they have to draw away from that. They have to be unified when they step forward, or they might be shocked here and there. And I hope that doesn't happen, but it's possible. When you look at these people, you kind of question their values. The Republican Party, Russ, wouldn't you say, was very important in the civil rights movement?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you had Eisenhower, who was Republican, that's where that all started from. And through the 50s and 60s, you have the right to vote. You have freedoms that came across from there. You had ethnic intimidation that was going, racial profiling. They tried to work on, and it still happened, but they tried to work on getting rid of that. You look at 2026, and it looks to me like the 60s. You see racial profiling, you see ethnic intimidation, you see freedoms and rights being taken away. And where is this all stemming from? This isn't stemming from the Democrats, the Republicans, the independents. It's stemming from the mega madness is where it's coming from. And these people need to be called out for it. When they sit there and say that they want to make America great again, they want to go back to the 50s and 60s maybe, before the civil rights movement, because that's what I'm seeing. And when you hear T.J. Cosin tied to the 3%ers and Charlottesville, when you see no one of color even mentioned, on your program you mentioned Reverend Jesse Jackson passing away, right, Russ?
Yeah.
No mention on any other program that those people are associated with. I mean, whether you disagreed with him or not, you could have mentioned it, but there's no program. All people have to do is open their eyes and see and listen. I had a friend went to go down to the good old house, and he says he toured the house, and you figure 50s and 60s, you would see Chubby Checker, maybe Fats Domino, somebody, nothing. When you look and you listen, these people give themselves away. And you got to remember that Fayette County, this is where your children, grandchildren are going to grow up. I got enough division. We need to come together and make this county better. And it's possible, but we have to get our acts together, Russ. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure. Yeah.
That's all I have.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, you wouldn't want and you did a great job raising your kids. I'll give you that. My daughter is good friends with your daughter. I think they are good, outstanding young ladies in this day and time.
Yes, they
are. And I think that what you see is we didn't buy in to the hatred and teaching them division. And I think that needs to be something that is continued in this day and age. All I hear is tear down and destruction. And we didn't raise our kids to be raised up to look at somebody because of maybe they can't speak English, maybe their color's wrong, maybe this, maybe that. But this is what you're hearing. And the Republican Party has to step up and say, is this a party for everybody, or are we going to be a party just like MAGA? And say, well, are we going to include or exclude?
Yeah, you know, it's very easy when you are raising children to say, you know what, the color of somebody's skin is not important. It's their character. You judge a person on their character and on their deeds and how they treat you, and they should do the same when they judge you on your character and on your treatment towards them. That's how you should be judged. And it's very easy for us adults to say that to our children. Unfortunately, we don't follow through on those words of advice ourselves. And that's where this division is coming through. We don't listen to ourselves. Adults don't listen to themselves, when it comes to that.
I see that there's a lot of good things that are happening in this county. You've had pastors come and pray for their community and try to bridge gaps and do stuff with the little kickball event. Something simple as that. Mm-hmm. To bring the community together and bring the I think it's the sheriff's department and stuff. I mean, people are trying to do things.
So,
but
go
ahead.
And I'm here I come with back to the adults again. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
I can get one.
Okay, because I'm going to give you some words, and you need to write it down. Okay. And if anybody else in the listening audience is out there, you want to listen to this, go ahead. So as James is getting his pen and paper, over in New Jersey, our neighbor to the east, their legislation, Democrats there have crafted a new law. It's being debated. It's going up for a vote. Don't know whether it's going to pass or not. But it's a law to limit the powers of ICE in New Jersey. So the name of this bill, are you there, James?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Here's the name of the bill you need to write out. And capitalize the first letter on each word.
Okay.
This law is fight unlawful conduct and keep individuals and communities empowered act.
Okay.
What's the acronym?
Right. I mean, you're going by every letter?
Just the first letter of each word.
Okay, so you have fight.
Fight unlawful conduct, keep individuals and communities empowered act. Have you figured it out?
You say it.
Well, take a four-letter word that starts with F.
Yeah.
Followed by ICE. Okay,
yeah.
And that's how they're referring to it. How can we expect to come together as a community? How can you expect anybody to come together as a community when our lawmakers are purposefully putting out laws with these names?
Exactly. I'm not saying it's just on the right. I'm saying that everybody needs to get their act together.
And if you notice, I said lawmakers. I didn't.
Right.
I didn't specify. I mean, yeah, this is being spearheaded by Democrats in New Jersey. But regardless, it's just unfathomable to me that adults would do something like this. Adult leaders would do something like this.
Well, I think this gets to me to believe there's more of a chasm. And I think that if you eliminate the left and the far right, that the right and the left maybe have a chance to get some things accomplished. But because you have those two extremes that are insisting on taking over things
that are very
and
vocal,
parties,
let's admit it,
yes,
they're both very vocal.
Absolutely. That what happens is you can't sit down and come to anything in the middle. And that's, like I said, that's what's encouraging is you do have Democrats and Republicans and independents getting together to make decisions and do things. And when that happens, that's almost like a miracle nowadays. But it does happen. And Fayette County needs to model that. And I think there was a time when that happened. But now, because of, and you've got to admit, you have two Republicans and a Democratic commissioner. And they go to work every day. We might not agree with everything they do, but they go to work every day. And I think if it was a far left or a far right, I think all it would be chaos and nothing would get done. Because I've seen that happen. So, it's just ridiculous how these people can play this game. But my point is, if we're going to move forward, and if the Republican Party is going to move forward in Fayette County, they have to set the tone and standards and say, no, we're not putting up with it. Because we look at the the party we're going against, and they're starting to gain momentum and get their act together, and we're over here trying to decide, should we or shouldn't we include or be a part of this? And it's a no-brainer, no.
Okay. All right. Hey, James, I got to run, but thanks for your call today. Appreciate it.
And I got to take a quick little break. So the caller that just got on line 2, I promise you will be first up after this.
You're the first one on the job site and the last one to leave. Your business doesn't stop, and your truck shouldn't either. At Megan Ford's Commercial Vehicle Center, we're more than a dealership. We're your partner in productivity. We know that every minute your truck is off the road is a minute you aren't earning. Because of our massive commercial inventory, we maintain strong relationships with all major upfitting manufacturers, ensuring you get the lowest possible pricing. Choose from over 20 upfitted vehicles currently in stock, or work with one of our commercial specialists to design the one that you want for your exact requirements. But we know you work hard, so you can play hard too. That's why Megan Ford also carries a massive selection of Ford's most iconic rides, from the legendary capability of the Ford F-150, America's favorite truck, to the off-road adventure waiting for you in a new Ford Bronco. Experience the Megan Ford difference today. You can find us just off of Route 119 in Connellsville, or connect with us anytime at meganford.com.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors, where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items, including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
Hey, who's hiding the gold? Ah, I see. It's the Pennsylvania Lottery with their new Find the Leprechaun scratch-off game. You don't need a 4-leaf clover to win. Just a little scratch and a lot of luck. And you could uncover top prizes of $10,000. Now, through March 9th, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
Always have to be Lucky Charms.
And you'll win 20 $2 Find the Leprechaun tickets. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
WMBS high school basketball coverage is proudly sponsored by the law firm of Goodwin Como. Voted Fayette County's best attorney, Benjamin F. Goodwin, and the award-winning Goodwin Como team have been trusted by your friends and neighbors for nearly 2 decades. From estate planning and administration to personal injury, workers' compensation, property matters, family law, and criminal defense, they deliver dedicated, personalized representation when it matters most. With 2 convenient offices in Uniontown and Bell Vernon, visit GoodwinComo.com or call them at 724-438-1616 for your free initial consultation. Goodwin Como, righting wrongs, securing justice.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593.
Hello, thanks for holding. Welcome to the show.
Hey, I understand from when I did sign petitions, which I hope everybody's going to involve that needs to be involved, our friends that need to be active now signing petitions. Stacey Garrett needs to win. And one of the people I was talking to at the sign-in was saying that I was, really encouraged by we losing the regional greenhouse gas initiative up in Armstrong County and also Conemaugh. They signed a decree by Senator Joe Pittman, some other senators, to keep the coal, to not shut down what was done under Biden, to shut down the coal mines. So, we have some good things going, but we have to keep them going. And you're not going to get them with Shapiro because he wants to renew the regional greenhouse gas initiative. So that would be our gift if people let him win, which would really be bad news. It's like we don't want to go backwards. As far as Guthrie goes, as far as I'm concerned, hire Jim Rockford, get a private detective, and let's be done with our tax dollars.
Let's get them all. Okay. Cannon and Kojak and Macmillan and wife, and let's get them all going. Yeah.
Right, we have so many young children that have been abducted and stuff. There's been so much focus on this. She's rich; she can do it.
Okay.
I wanted to bring up all truckers and bus drivers will be required to take commercial driver's license test in English. I don't know if you brought this up because I haven't been listening every day. And this is a really good move by Sean Duffy and the Trump administration's Transportation Secretary announced the latest effort Friday to ensure the drivers understand English well enough to read road signs and communicate with law enforcement officers. Earlier this week, the Transportation Department said 557 driving schools should close because they failed to meet their safety standards. And the department has been aggressively going after states that handed out commercial driver's license to immigrants who shouldn't be qualified since the fatal crash in August. That was in Florida, right?
There's been a couple crashes, but anything else, Regina? I got another caller I want to squeeze in before the end of the show.
No, thanks for the time and for listening.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, kudos to Regina. And I was thinking about this the other day, the caller before Regina saying, hey, we got to clean out the far left and the far right. And that's his idea. That's great. Right? We use opinions on this show, and I appreciate you letting us do that. My opinion would be just vote straight Republican and then get rid of the Republicans that are acting the fool. We had John Kasich running for president. I think he was governor of Ohio. We have the governor of Ohio now, Mike DeWine, who's doing a horrific job. Mitch McConnell, Mitt Romney. Go down the list. There's enough bad Republicans out there that, again, we could just get rid of them because on the other side, you got to go to Mondami, AOC, and go down that list as well. But I think we have a much better lineup on the Republican Party right? We're fighting already about, well, is it going to be U.S. Marine J.D. Vance or is it going to be Marco Rubio? I don't really care. I'll take either one because what's going to be your other option? AOC, Gavin Newsom, who just over the, I guess was over the weekend. That's when I heard it. Was again talking down to black people and saying, "No, I'm just like you. I'm a 960 SAT guy.
Yeah.
I can't read a speech." You're telling black people that they can't read? Let alone they can't get a driver's license, they can't vote, They can't use a computer. What Kathy Hochul say, young black kids in the Bronx growing up don't even know the word computer. What are you talking about, lady? Are you insane? But I appreciate, people always say they're saying the quiet part out loud. I appreciate when they say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
Because then you know where they're coming from. You know what you're dealing with. So,
all right,
that's just my idea, Russ.
Okay,
appreciate
Jake.
it.
Appreciate it. All right, you have a good one. We'll chat again, I'm sure. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hey, that just about does it for today's show. Had some great calls. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it very much. It makes my job a little easier with your phone calls coming on in, and we'll hopefully do some more of this tomorrow. CBS News is next, followed by TJ. He'll bring you the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's going to be 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The northeastern U.S. from Maryland up to Massachusetts is being pounded by a winter storm dumping snow and kicking up high winds that are bringing down trees and power lines. For this tow truck driver in Milford, Connecticut,
I've been doing this since about midnight tonight. Mostly people with batteries won't start. They can't get in their car because of the ice and, a lot of winch outs.
at least a foot of snow has fallen in Atlantic City. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Madeline Wright is there.
We've seen several people slipping and sliding over the road, and there have been several minor accidents, according to the emergency operations chief. The cleanup is likely to take